Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, as at this time, while they record this message now, don't receive the documents. All documents will consign President Bola Tinubu as he take go school for inside Chicago State University. Subpoenas will be say in NAC give on top Chicago State University, telling them say in go like get documents, all the informates will consign as Oga Bola Tinubu use go school in academic records. Which name he use enter school? What's in his score for school? How many years he spent for each of their school? Which A-level certificates or O-level certificates or papers and what he use gain admission for their schools? All of those information. As I talk to you now, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar don't collect those information because the Chicago State University don't release those information right now. They're in the hand of Atiku Abubakar. If you remember earlier today, David Hundeyin, investigative journalist, been talk say as they talk say Atiku lawyers and reach and talk say Tinubu lawyers them reach Atiku lawyers they beg them say in fact say Tinubu lawyers reach Atiku lawyers talk say they don't meet about different courts them for inside US to use appeal this court judgment where they give them where they give Chicago State where they use release all documents give Atiku Abubakar, but no court so far fee grant their appeal. Remember say for inside Judge Nancy Maldonado ruling it talk say you go advise them say may they not just push to try to do delay tactics by trying to appeal the case, because if they do, so no be waiting they be say they go fit get immediately, and say they must make sure say the judgment where she give don't already start in action before they get that kind appeal. So if you like saying waiting they happen because all the appeal whether they try to appeal according to them say what we hear now they say those appeal then they no grant them, and they can't say another matter they say Tinubu lawyers them too can't talk say Atiku lawyers rather can't talk say Tinubu lawyers then meet them Atiku lawyers to tell them say okay that deposition we won't do one I say na tomorrow we call say na tomorrow 10 o'clock in the morning or yeah on a fish shift to 12 o'clock in the morning. Atiku lawyers say bah only the agree it must be as it take be. Now that matter now we don't dey so now waiting I carry on give on until say I need to update on for things that happen for inside Nigeria. This now updated precious. If you remember over the weekend now the news been break as Judge Nancy Maldonado rule in favor of Atiku Abubakar as he consigned the subpoena where be say then carry go the court, and the appeal where be say the subpoena where be say Judge Gilbert's been give before to use talk say Atiku Abubakar will give you opportunity or you collect all Chicago State University release all the documents where you need to release to Atiku Abubakar. Chicago State make sure say they release them make one release them under oath. But Atiku team Tinubu team can't go court say no. In fact that judgment where magistrate court Gilbert give he not even in the capacity to give us, so therefore I beg another court help us cancel that judgment make it not be like that. But Nancy Maldonado don't come to come. As you look at me say you say the thing will give you severe irreparable harm. Which kind of harm it will give you? You be public figure, you be people president. At the time where you choose to be people president, you don't already make yourself people public figure. So which kind of harm will give you where be say you know go give you? Remember say Judge Gilbert been tell Oga Atiku Abubakar say the documents then where be say Atiku the axle. Now you use your hand submit those documents to INEC. If now you use your hand submit them to INEC, and now you use your hand go run for election for Nigeria, now you don't bring yourself come public already now. So now you don't carry yourself come public. So the matter don't already the public. So that is why I give the Chicago State University go ahead when they release the documents to you. All this matter, it don't come down now because Judge don't give her own. Nancy Maldonado. Then go back and forth. You know, we hear say even the lobbyists no fit lobbyists well as it take be, and the matter now be say Judge Nancy don't rule, and CSU will be Chicago State University don't act upon waiting the judge talk because Atiku Abubakar and team don't get hold of those documents and they sort them out as we talk. Now what make we say make we run enter inside studio before the day finish make Oga Darlington full us put mouth for inside this matter. Mr. Darlington, you will be barrister of the law. You don't answer me the word you answer. You don't answer my answer. Answer you, sir. So Mr. Darlington,
yes, so
you know, yes, so you go feel help us touch like this matter. And you know, say a lot of people don't understand the judgment, the exact way, the things in which Judge Nancy Maldonado talk for inside the judgment.
Yeah.
Some people go like understand them bit by bit. Then before we proceed to this document what Atiku don't receive now and waiting with the spectrum. So make we analyze them to Nigerians and the essence of updating them. Make we update them. Waiting Nancy talk. I be won't make I read the judgment, but make I first hear from you before I read the judgment.
Fact one. Atiku approach a court where Judge Gilbert was presiding. And Judge Gilbert said they should release those documents to Atiku. Fact two, Tinubu lawyers countered and said Judge Gilbert no get authority
Mm-hmm.
to rule over this matter, and they went to Judge Nancy Maldonado, who now stayed execution of the order given by Gilbert to look at what the appeal Tinubu lawyers brought. After looking at it and after delaying it accordingly, the judge now look at everything and say no, he didn't see anything that he will stop her from ruling in favor of Atiku. She now ruled against Tinubu's appeal, and that is why these documents are being released as we speak, because the appeal failed. Because Nancy Maldonado look at the whole prayers of Atiku's lawyer and say it does not hold water. He didn't see any damage, anything that will stop her from ruling in favor of Atiku. That he has satisfied all the conditions for him to have those documents. And that is where we are now. And being desperate to make sure that this document does not see the light of day, Tinubu's lawyers have gone to 3 different US courts to appeal against the release of these documents.
According to the news, we come out.
Yes, but none of the courts, because the last court that ruled on the matter, presided over by Nancy Maldonado, said Tinubu's lawyer should not even bring any other appeal to delay the judgment she has already given. And that is where the dilemma is. Tinubu's lawyer, in their desperate move to further delay this matter, now approach Atiku's lawyer that they should delay, because the deposition, these documents are going to be produced on oath. That means they are going to court to deposit. They are going to swear on oath before the court that these documents we are giving, it is authentic and it's from us. Now, Tinubu's lawyers are now telling Atiku's lawyer to delay, because the judge gave a specific time where this thing should be, all this
the deposition
should be carried out by 10 a.m. tomorrow's time, that's American time. But Atiku's lawyer are now saying that they should delay it till 12 noon, that is 2 hours later, for reasons best known to them. Of course, as expected, Atiku's lawyer said no, will not delay, because the court have ruled. So as we speak now, it has been confirmed that those documents, all of them, are with Atiku's lawyers, and they are sorting it out. Now, having said that, the implication is that the shenanigans that happens in our court here, they don't carry and go US. Because I don't see the need for you to be running from one court to the other. The same thing they do here. When they rule against you nowhere, you run to Sokoto to go and seek for another court who may be favorable to your cause. That one will now rule against what has been ruled already in Owerri court. Or when they rule in Delta State, you run to what's it called now, Nasarawa. These are what is playing out in Nigerian court, which Tinubu's lawyer have taken to the US. But as you can see, it is not working. It is not working.
Concerning some things where we say the judge, Nancy Maldonado, talk for inside her judgment, she said categorically talk, say she no see any reason why Ibisa Alaji Atiku Abubakar no go fit receive the documents because in now within in rights for him to fit access those documents them. And he can't talk say, in fact he say make I even read them as he used to come here. He can't talk say he give directive make Ibisa then give Atiku Abubakar this document at least on the Monday 2nd of October 2023. He can't talk say by he can't talk say then the deposition or corporate the designee say it must happen and it must be completed by 5 p.m. on Tuesday. You understand? By 5 p.m. their own time on Tuesday, it go don't happen. Right. So meaning say you don't give deadline and say no be say only say
collect the document.
God bless you. No be only say then get to Chicago State University get to give Atiku Abubakar the documents, but Chicago State University also get to come swear and put before the court and they say this document where you give Atiku Abubakar hereby certify that they are correct and that you know anything we get to do with Magomago no day inside, and this is all the truth and nothing but the truth. Now maybe the deposition abi now waiting a mean and all that. But as it be so, He also notes here, say, Oga Tinubu team get right to appeal. Even though he talks, say, if the appeal will be waiting and one use as delay tactics, say, he no go dey tolerated and say her court no go clear him. So he feels that the reason why make they don't they receive, some sort of delay in possibility of appealing the case.
And you see, there is no matter that is not appealable. But the question is, there are conditions. Before you can go for appeal, there must be conditions. If you satisfy that condition, you can go. But if it does not meet the standard, that's why the three courts where they go approach, they no welcome their requests, because they didn't see why. They didn't see any reason. That is one of the reasons why the court refused. All this, remember, they have appealed before. It is that appeal that failed. So what are they going to appeal again? To delay the release of the documents?
And meanwhile, the Supreme Court's case, they come up. Remember, say the parties involved for inside the election don't carry case, go Supreme Court. Good. All of them, including APM.
Yeah, that is what they are looking for. If they can delay it before the 5th of October in Nigeria. And as you can see now, it is not working. Very unfortunate. It is not working. So I don't know what they are going to do by tomorrow, 5 p.m.
Okay, so before we look at the relationship between this case where they go on, Bola Tinubu, and the US government led by Joe Biden, make we first of all touchlight waiting APC reaction don't be for inside this matter, or Bola Tinubu lawyers reaction concerning this matter. They don't talk, say, if una like, make una go front or go back or find any case when I won't find or on a no go fit use them. Because anything we be say court grant Atiku Abubakar now, on a no go fit use them for inside appeal court. Because appeal courts not because we be say the tender evidence. That stage of tendering of evidence, it don't pass. So how you take them? So if you say all this fight to Atiku the fight now efforts in futility.
No, it is not. You see, the Supreme Court, because that is where the matter is now. The Supreme Court in Nigeria, they have wide powers. They have enormous power. They can make laws. And if the Atiku present those documents before the Supreme Court, they may likely look at it. And if they see the weighty evidence or allegation on it, they may act on it. I said they may. Because as custom or as a court proceeding demand, you don't bring any other evidence on appeal. What you are going to review is the matter, the judgment of the lower court. But there are always an exception to every rule, and that is what we are hoping that the Supreme Court is going to do in this matter, because law is all about fairness and justice.
Yeah, the reason why I talk this one, because some people don't they happy from the other angle. APC people and the president people say the documents they no go fit use them, no go fit happen, nothing I go fit do with them. But meanwhile, just remind me of Hope Uzodinma case.
Yes.
Hope Uzodinma being actually tender some documents to the Supreme Court. When in case the Supreme Court even accept, and they even can't explain why they accept some materials. So if we say Hope Uzodinma tender, by and the police tender. For inside the case. So if they go feed one for Hope Uzodinma case, we make Hope Uzodinma will be number 4, come become person win election. Any possibility they say this present Supreme Court now go feed do the same thing?
That is why I'm telling you that there have been precedent. All the jubilation in Tinubu's camp may be short-lived, because they are not denying that there have been that suspicion of forgery or whatever. What they are now banking on is that the documents are time-bound. That even if they want to submit, they may be doing that out of time. That's what they are looking at. But like I told you, the Supreme Court has powers, enormous powers. And in a matter like this, I expect them to do what I should call locus classicus. That means something that is novel, something that has not been done. They are setting a precedent with this matter, so that you don't go and say, because you can no longer bring evidence, therefore even if they bring a weighty evidence against you on a criminal matter, the court should not look at it because the matter is on appeal. Don't bank on it. don't back on it.
Mm.
That is what I expect you to,
So
so that it will be a lesson to
if for
everybody.
instance, for the Supreme Court now admits this evidence against Bola Tinubu for inside Supreme Court judgment, which difference it is it could make for the judgment?
It will make a lot of difference. So,
Considering waiting tribunal, do we didn't throw away all the
precious, it
cases?
will make a lot of difference.
Remember, say they never topple any, they never ever promote any president from
Yes,
court
that's
before.
what I'm telling you. A president must be set. You will set a president. Something must happen at one point or at one point in time. Something must happen. That is how laws are developed. That is how the judiciary reinvent itself. That is how the society clean up itself. You cannot always continue to wallow in infamy on technicalities. No. If we want to have a cleaner society, the Supreme Court should know that this matter has gone international, and they are looking at Nigeria. Everybody is watching to know what the courts in Nigeria will do with this matter. So if at the end of the day nothing is done, it will be too bad for our image. Very, very bad.
So speaking about our image now, remember as the president Bola Tinubu been go the UN National Assembly, he been supposed get meeting with President Joe Biden. Remember, say him and President Joe Biden be also meet for inside India, where President Joe Biden hail and always say India do very well and say economic policies they yield good result as a common subsidy, as he floats the naira and dollar, say it's in a correct work. In fact, they supposed meet for the United Nations Assembly. Who can they wait where picture where they meet? We no see. We wait tire. We no see. What do you think? You think say this whole case where they happen for Chicago get anything to do with the meeting? We no hold.
In fact, not only Joe Biden, most world leaders, even those who promise to come and invest, they'll be avoiding Tinubu now. Precious, they will be avoiding Tinubu and Nigeria. In fact, they may even ostracize him in international fora. So I see Tinubu being a recluse for the next 4 years if the Supreme Court does not do the needful. He may remain in Nigeria and may not travel anywhere outside Africa. Africa may tolerate him because of solidarity and all that, but outside here, he won't like the treatment he will get if he go out.
But not be these same people be the supporter make it be say he carry through go Niger that time.
Because the narrative have changed. Oh, did he give them what they wanted? They wanted him to go and install a government in Niger, but he couldn't do that. So why are they investing in him? They thought he had that power to do something, but he couldn't do it. That is why even when Kamala Harris called him to do something, did he do anything? He didn't do anything. And that was why he was planning to invade Niger through clandestine means until David exposed the plot. He couldn't do anything. So US cannot see him now as a powerful man who can who can do and undo. So I don't think they will be banking on him for anything now.
Because what to make at the raise this issue, because Joe Biden himself they go for he won't return as president.
Yes.
And already the situation done a bit, let me say it as it is, it don't they messed up. And this kind of messed up situation, you think say if to say Joe Biden hold that meeting, you think say if we affect an image for a re-election bid?
In America in America, everything matters during election. Oh. Even the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you address people, they will pick it. It has become an election issue. The people you meet, the people you talk to, it's an election. In America, they are very particular about those things. So, if Joe Biden try it for whatever reason, he will lose vote, even from his own party. Yes. Yeah,
but everybody they talk say the US also need Nigeria. They need that alliance with Nigeria, and the one way they go figure the alliance now because they get to parley with the person where you be say be the president of Nigeria. So how in one breath the US go use need Nigeria, and in the other breath the person will be the head of US go also they very careful make they already messed up Nigerian situation.
Let me tell you, pressure. You cannot say because you want to eat meat then you call go to my brother. The US cannot say because they want to do business with Nigeria, therefore they will not show their image. They are very particular about image. It is all yes, everything is all about image. They are very particular. That's the truth. Look at during Donald Trump, his Secretary of State Rex Tillerson was supposed to go to do African tour, Ghana, then Kenya, but Donald Trump specifically told him not to touch down in Nigeria. But the guy extended his trip to Nigeria, and for doing that alone, that was during Buhari o. While he was coming back to US, Donald Trump fired him while he was on air. Secretary of State. It was his staff that told him that Oga, he be like say, he did not even go back to his office. The plane landed and he went to his house. He didn't go back to his office. Donald Trump fired him on air. That will tell you how these people can. So they don't have time for semantics. They don't. They don't like you. They don't like. They know what to do. What do you, by the way, what did they need from Nigeria except your crude oil? They can get it elsewhere now. Nothing else. They don't need your whatever. So all this that Nigeria need this and that, we are losing that position though. All this super giant what? Look, with the disposable income of Nigeria that has gone low, what are you going to buy from America? What is your purchasing power? What are you going to buy from them? Our biggest import business partner is not China. America don't need you. They don't. They don't need you. Except your crude oil, maybe the Brent crude that they need for their space program. But they can get it elsewhere. The Britain is there. So all this that America need is all lip service. Diplomatically, they are trying to be nice to you. In reality, you are a featherweight. You don't have any political value to America. You don't. They don't need you for anything. They don't.
So you mean say the US government fit come on body for inside this matter now?
They don't already come out body. They don't. If not, did you see Joe Biden? So by the way, even in Nigeria, how many responsible Nigerian leaders have given Tinubu solidarity since this is travel? Mention one person, even from his own Yoruba region. Mention one.
Wole Soyinka don't give am hope.
No. Well, no. Wole Soyinka did not speak on behalf of Tinubu concerning what is going on in Chicago. He only said that B2B lost election. That is Nigerian issue now. But particularly he traveled in the US. Nobody. Compare it to when Ekuremadu happened in the UK. The judge said he received over 51 letters written by Nigerian, statesmen and all that. Obasanjo wrote on behalf of Ekuremadu, telling them to temper justice with mercy. Did you see such a thing with all this thing that went on in US?
So make we bring back this matter now. As you don't talk and you don't bring am home now. Make we bring home. Because even for house here, just yesterday was independence, the 63rd birthday of Nigeria. But everywhere we just a bit gloomy. That fun fair, that's green, white, green everywhere. That's excitement all they see. If now before all these guys where they vend flag for main road, they don't make money tire. You go see every building, they don't put green, white, green decoration. Everywhere they so gloomy. Like say we not even feel practice independence. Some governors even said no honor match pass. Then say make we use and pray for Nigeria. E.g. for example, Osun State government. Like so Oga Sanwo-Olu even be talk say make we do am on the kunkum and all that. So and Oga President give Independence Day speech. Make I start with that speech. Wetin you make of Oga President's speech?
In that speech, I saw a man that is remorseful. I saw a man that is regretful. I saw a man that has lost hope. I saw a man that is regretting his actions. He is reflecting on his past deeds. I saw a man that is wondering what happened to him. I saw a man that is indirectly asking Nigerians for forgiveness. I saw a man that had lost steam. All the enthusiasm, all the vibrancy was not in that speech. That was why it was not even lengthy. Even Tinubu's speech, if you read his tongues, he was reluctant. He wasn't. There was no vibrancy. It was not a presidential speech. If you look at,
and he knows be one of the most outspoken presidents who don't get. So at least we like the way they sabi talk.
No, what is he talking? It's not all his speeches. They are not presidential. It's not something that can. You know, when a president speak, you can go to bank with it. All the things he has spoken, which of them can you bank on? It's not a question of speaking. It's walking the talk. When a president talk, it's like a policy statement. People can hold on to it. All the things he said about Naira being floated, what is the effect? So is that what they are going to bank on? There is nothing there. So that because he delayed after the hunger, he went to France. He even brought a lobbyist to lobby for him and all that. At the end, all these things, they felt like a pack of cards. And that was what weakened Tinubu. He looks so fallen and so weak. It is there. It is written all over him. There was no vibrancy in him during that speech. You know. So, and the fear is that all the secret that he had been hiding over the years is about to be let out of the bag. Any human being can be concerned with that kind of revelation now. That is what he was afraid of. That is what is haunting him. And that is why we keep telling people, you can't bury the truth. No matter how long, it must come up. Look at 1979. He never thought that this thing will come to light because he had tried over the years to cover it up. He had tried over the years to cover it up. Now, his worst fear has come to bear. And he had no hiding place because this thing is happening in American soil. He thought the matter would be within Nigeria where he will use his presidential power to cover. But the thing left Nigeria to US. That was what he did not reckon with. He never reckoned that this thing will travel to America. And that was what broke him. For him to leave hunger and run to France, yet nothing came out of it. Look at all the effort he made. Don't release this one, delay it, don't delay. You know those things. At the end of the day, the center could not hold. So if you are in his shoes, you will feel like you something in you will give, because all the money, all the lobbying, all the strategy, all of them have broken down. And you'll be wondering, is it the same Jagaban? Is it the same Asiwaju? How are the mighty falling? You know, all the supporters who were praising him that this one is a walkover, nothing will happen, Tinubu will come back victorious. So these are the things that are bugging him now.
So make we look at the things in way you mentioned, or some of the things where you mentioned. Of course, organized labor, we don't talk, say, they go in strike from tomorrow, maybe 3rd of October. We still they wait because they in the meeting this evening with the presidency. But after he now say he will give low income earners 25% increase in their 25,000 naira increase in their minimum wage to make that is 55,000 naira. E be like say some no go gree happen with labor. After labor, they meet them that yesterday. They come talk say they don't put the money across board to 35,000 naira. You know, think say that one sustainable thing. And then secondly, come talk say 15 million households could get 25,000 naira for 3 months between this October, November, December. So from now till December, then we'll get 25. That is 15 million households will get 75,000 naira between now and December. Nigerian Bureau of Statistics just talk now, say foodstuffs, including beans, or rice, or plantain, or yam, or corn, or every foodstuff they on astronomical increase. You know, even though say the statistics we then give self no be the reality of what people they see for market as at today, but maybe because of that one are the statistics of the month of August, right? You think say this money we be say you won't give 15 million households, not be individuals, 25,000 naira every month for only 3 months. You say go make any difference? That's on the one hand. And after 3 months, what's going to happen to the people then? They will go back to their suffering. You understand? And then thirdly, the increment for salary, 35,000 naira across board, considering the Nigeria of today, waiting it go fit do for the people then way they employed. Then how about the millions of people we know they employed? Because more Nigerians actually they less, not even just know they employed compared to the ones who they employed, especially those who they enjoy the employment of government. Remember, say not be all state governors, so don't feel they even pay the 30,000 naira minimum wage. So that means that federal workers not likely fit enjoy from this increase. So how many people go fit enjoy and waiting will be the effect on the lives of people? I would like make you help us break down that.
You see, when somebody is making promise to you, you go and check, does that person have the capacity to fulfill that promise? Remember that it's the same APC party that ran Nigeria under Buhari, where minimum wage of 30,000 was introduced. Up to today, some state governors have not paid that 30,000. They have not. Up to today, since the time of Buhari. Is it the same APC government that is promising another 35,000 and 25,000? So you can see that it is not possible. I've given you reasons why I think that this thing is a means to blackmail labor so that they cannot go on strike. because the strike may result to a lot of things.
Oh, remember, say Attorney General of the Federation don't also write Nigerian Labour Congress, their lawyer, will be Femi Falana. So make it tell in clients that may they no go because they say they get a subsisting court order where they stop them from going on strike because of fuel subsidy. So that one will be content of court. So if you say Labour, they likely to succumb because
now,
of all
they
this.
will not if they really mean business, because this thing they are promising them is futuristic. We are talking of something that people can hold on to. 15 million household. Where is this household? Do you know them? You don't have statistics of Nigerians.
Madam Humanitarian Minister Betty Edu, she don't start to rejig the social register. She said she go house to house herself to make sure say those wey go get the money na people wey deserve am. She start with Makoko for Lagos. Yeah.
And you believe such things, Abi?
By the time they talk, say she go use GPS before, but be like say she don't use it.
True talk. Look, all these things we don't have data in Nigeria. We don't. All these things are what a fire brigade approach, so that labor will pipe down. 15 million out of 200 million. How many households? Are you telling me that it is only 15 million people that are poor in Nigeria, when you have been told, even by MBS, that there are now 150 million? The United Nations and the United Nations Development Agency or what, they are telling you that every minute or every 1 hour, 6 million Nigerians enter into poverty line. They cross over. So which 15 million are you talking about? This is like a drop in an ocean of need. Besides, the money is not there. Precious. Don't deceive yourself. APC have wrecked the Nigerian economy. There is no money. They wrecked this economy that we can't even pay those we are owing. The Dubai agreement, why have it not taken up? Is because the Dubai people are saying, please, $700 million pay us. Pay us before you are talking of our airline to come into your country. Have they paid that money? The CBN governor, he said his tax is to clear the backlog of debt. But where is the money? Where is the money? That's the question. So there's no money to implement all these policies. So you too calculate it. 35,000 naira upon 25. You are looking at 60 million. The minimum wage of 30,000 plus 25. Is it not 55,000 naira? Where is the money coming from? There is no money. Let us face facts. All the things he's telling you is just promises, just like Buhari did. Buhari told us that before he leave office, he will pull 100 million Nigerians out of poverty. Precious. Did it come to light? No, did it come to material? It's the same APC party. So they have perfected the art of deceit. Double speak. Anybody who believes whatever APC tells him, that person is living in a food paradise, because they have never fulfilled any of their promise. And I challenge anybody to tell me otherwise. All the things Tinubu told us during his inaugural speech, which of them have come to light? Not even a step have been taken to implement. All you are hearing suffer so that your tomorrow the suffering is temporary. Meanwhile, people are going into poverty every day. The number is increasing. Is it not when you finish pulling people out of poverty, then you begin to talk of growth? All the things that he needed to do for us to know that yes, he has not done any of them. He has not done any of them. So how can I believe that he is serious? Nothing. He just speeches. Every time speeches. Don't worry. This suffering is temporary. We are doing something. What are you doing that we cannot see? Nothing. So anybody that believes that this money will come, that person is in fact, you are deceiving yourself, because I have told you here, if it is a country that has money, we have a buoyant economy, we have a foreign reserve, we have money, you can say, okay, yes, I mean, there is money, you can afford to do all this, but there is no money. We are owing international organizations, we are owing airlines. Nigerians are now traveling to neighboring countries to board flight to foreign land, because foreign airlines have refused to land here, because if you buy tickets here, they cannot be able to repatriate their money in dollar. Is that not the reason? So you have not sorted out to these major issues, and you are telling me there is money somewhere. Where is the money? The foreign reserve has depleted. The sovereign wealth fund has depleted. APC have not told us what they did with all this money. They have not told us that we are now owing 83 million trillion naira, 87 trillion naira. Do you know how much you are talking about here? You are owing China, you are owing World Bank, you are owing IMF, you are owing the other international organization. All this money that APC squandered in it, where did it go to? Where are the infrastructure? Where are they? So with all these things, what now makes you believe that Tinubu is going to pay the 35,000 and 25,000 naira? What makes you believe? 15 million households, from where to where? How many people? In an ocean of need, where you have 157 million people that are in embarrassing poverty. Embarrassing poverty. All because of bad leadership. It's not as if we don't have the resources. Please, for God's sake, we were here under PDP for 16 years. We never had it this bad. So what went wrong? What went wrong? These are things that Nigerians should be asking APC. How come you came into government, everything went berserk? And you are still telling us to have hope, have hope. Is it when all of us die? It's unfortunate. So whatever they are discussing with Labour is just to put them down. Nothing else. It's just to calm them so that they will not go on strike. Nothing else. There's no other reason. They are buying time. Just like they went to the US to buy time over their certificate. They are good in that kind of game. They are good at it. Look at it. They waited for Labour to announce the strike day before they now start calling them for meeting. Before they now talking of giving 35,000 and 25,000. What does that tell you? It means that ab initio they never prepared to do all these things. They are just doing it as an ad hoc arrangement to keep Labour down. That's it. So at what point will Labour understand where they are going and beat them in their own game? At what point? In fact, let us even leave Tinubu. For what Buhari did, we ought to go on strike. Since it's the same party. We are going on strike because Buhari destroyed the economy and it is APC party. They told us they were bringing change. We didn't see any change. So anybody who is coming to tell me that is Buhari's government, no, it is Tinubu's government. No, they are the same 10 and 10 pence. Buhari and Tinubu, they are 5 and 6. They should not deny that, because he told us, Tinubu told us that he was coming to consolidate what Buhari did. So what other evidence are you looking for? And since he came into office, he has not made any drastic change or any paradigm shift from Buhari's style of leadership. He has not. The insecurity is growing by the day. So I don't see any uhuru
to end the matter. But the president's wife don't talk. Say make we no expect and say the husband inherits very bad government. Say they blame any administration. So say you no go expect say say the husband no be magician. You no go fit perform magic, but say better days good day ahead. Organized labor self, it be like say they don't shift their strike, they no go fit go again. What's be the way forward for all this case where they happen? And this, documents we don't do release now, we don't do the open by Chicago State University. What's be the way forward?
The way forward is left for Nigeria and Nigerian courts. If we did the needful, these shenanigans will stop. It is left for Nigerian people because our destiny is in our own hands. If we don't say enough is enough, this thing will continue. That's what I'm saying. Our destiny is in our own hands. Concern what is going on in Nigeria. It is we Nigerians who will say no. This is how far we can go with APC and their bad leadership. All this talk about he's not a magician, he's not this. Is that why we elected him? Did he not tell us that he has the magic wand to turn things around? Why is it that 3 months down the line we are hearing another story? I mean, this is a woman who told us all sorts of things when they want to get into government, that they have enough money, they don't need our money. The husband can, if he doesn't perform, we should vote them out. Now 3 months down the line, she's singing a new song. So that will tell you that we are in another mess, even a bigger mess now. So it is left for Nigerians to even insist. The civil society, this is the time you people should. I don't even know why they have gone comatose. Over 300 and something, over 3,000 civil societies in Nigeria. I don't know why all of them, everybody is just keeping mum. Why this embarrassing situation is flying right, left, and center. about Nigeria. It's unfortunate, seriously.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Darlington. We could end here. My people, now the updates with this matter. As the matter they share, when Oga Atiku Abubakar and the lawyers them react to the documents where they just receive, we will also let on know. We will let on know as the matter be, because now here now with the updates on for things where they share for inside Nigeria. This now updates with Precious and appreciation. If you like what you see, oh yeah, click like, subscribe, make you see what they happen. I appreciate that. Help us make we move this ministry to the permanent site. See you on the next time.
Please, before you close, the Chicago State University should tell us all the people that graduated with Tinubu, as at the time they said they can't find the original diploma certificate. Is it all of them or that of Tinubu? Tell me. You mean all the people
they say they need to keep students record. And meanwhile, Dr. Elnora Davis decision to even sue himself for forging her signature.
Yes, so that lady should tell us, is that the culture of that university? How can you not keep record of your students who left your school? It is unheard of. Precious, this is foul play. It is unheard of. What happened to reference?
Right, thank
what
you.
happens to reference? If they write to you concerning this student in your school, you say you don't have record. Is that which universities run like that? That I told you from day one, that university, they have not told us what they are doing.
All right, thank you so much, and I don't hear them. We will continue to the update now. Oh yeah, make you go like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We appreciate it, and I'll see you on our next time.